The debate around who has the fastest street car has raged since, well, the automobile was invented. What does a genuine street car mean? That it has to be 100% street legal? That it's used to get bread and milk on a Sunday morning? The definition of a true street car is infinitely debatable, which is why Hot Rod Magazine invented Drag Week in 2005 to put a stop to the question for once and for all. Their idea was to put their contenders through 5 days of racing, with 1,000 road miles in between the tracks. The racers have to drive their cars from track to track. If they go anywhere near a car trailer, they're out. There are no support vehicles either, which means the racers have to carry everything they need, either in the car or in their trailer. To determine who wins, each racer puts in their best time slips from each track. They get added up, and the racer with the smallest time is the winner. Simple. The result, though, isn't simple. The result is a ton of mechanical mayhem, fantastic racing, and amazing displays of against-the-odds teamwork. So much so that Hot Rod Drag Week is now recognised as the ultimate street car test in the world. If you're in America and you want to claim to have a fast street car, you better take it to Drag Week to back it up. Now, while some brave Aussies do ship their cars all the way to the US to compete in Drag Week, that's a bit much for most of us, which is why we started the Street Machine Drag Challenge in 2014. The rules are very similar to Drag Week, the main difference being that we have just 5 classes: outlaw blown and aspirated for cars on big tyres, radial blown and aspirated for cars on 275 radials or smaller, and dial your own for those who want to race handicap style. We don't care what engine you have, we don't care how many power adders you've got or what fuel you run, just so your car can make it to the next track under its own steam. So with those rules in place, we kept the first year small. It just had 18 competitors and 4 tracks. We had a really cool mix of cars right from the start, and some really dedicated racers. One bloke even drove his supercharged Centura all the way from far north Queensland to Sydney just to be there. And right from the start, the competitors were helping each other along the way, doing everything from gearbox swaps, fixing axles, even rewiring cars just to keep them going. And as we hoped, the racers had a ton of fun, but they also took it very seriously, with the first overall win going to Quinton Feast in his twin-turbo Toronto. Almost all of those 18 races came back for another go in 2015, with a total of 50 cars entered. This time we went to a full 5-track format, starting and finishing at Calder Park Raceway. Again, Quinton and his trainer took out the whole event, but it came right down to the wire with Quinton and Terry Seng trading pass after pass on the last day. And again, there were heaps of great stories to come out of the event, with one entrant taking time out to go fishing along the way, and another replacing his whole engine just so he could finish the event with his mates. In 2016, we had over 100 entries, with races coming from almost every state and territory to compete. They had to contend with blistering heat on some days, freezing mosquito-infested nights, and long drives between each track. But that's what it's all about, to prove that your street car is the real deal. This time, Brendan Bubba Medlin took the lead on the first day in his twin-turbo Commodore and held it right through to the end. And it isn't just about who wins overall. The real battle for all the entrants isn't against their fellow competitors, it's between themselves and their car. Anybody who can successfully finish the event is going to have a big story to tell. And the wilder the car, the wilder the stories. The mix of people and cars is amazing. We're talking about Aussie muscle cars, American muscle cars, hot rods, Commodores, Utes, vans, wagons, 4-wheel drives, 6-cylinders, 4-cylinders, show cars, rat cars. We've got young blokes, old blokes, ladies, and legends. So the 2017 Drag Challenge is coming up in November. And this time we're going to start and finish at Adelaide International Raceway, with Portland, Mildura, and Swan Hill in between. This will be the toughest drag challenge so far, and the biggest too, with the 150 car limit reached only a few days after entries opened. The competition is going to be hotter than ever, with a bunch of new cars being built to take on defending champion Bubba Medlin, as well as all the other legend drivers like Adam Rogash in his VK, Terry Seng, Mark Drew in his Custy Tirana, and Jared Wood in that insane twin-turbo 1-tonner. Keep your eyes on streetmachine.com.au right through until the event starts, as we bring you the latest on who's entered and what crazy creations they've cooked up for the job. A big thanks goes to all entrants, because it's their passion that makes this all happen. We should also thank our track officials and volunteers, and also our class sponsors: Turbosmart Outlaw Blown, Tuff Mounts Outlaw Aspirated, Haltech radial blown, Pacemaker Headers radial aspirated, and K&N dolly rain. See you in November.